And here we are once again at the airport. It looks like they've finished their construction here. What construction they were doing. And there's a keener. There's a guy sitting there. He's waiting on the earliest arrivals. How did the night go? It started out quite steady, and then it was rather busy between 6:30 when I started and about 10:30. I think I had $150 on by the time it was 10:30. I had $200 on by 1 o'clock, and then it slowed down considerably. And now I went to the airport, so I'm not complaining at all. I know I've got more than 250 on, which is acceptable. And did I have any people that... I had one strange young woman. She talked weird. She just... I don't know how to... Let's just say you meet some really strange people out there. And the conversation was, we first started talking about the moon because the moon looked so good to her. And yeah, you know, it was a waning crescent. And I don't know how it happened, but we started talking about how most... transvestites are straight, and that they're trying to impersonate that, you know, what they're attracted to, and that. And I said, well, how does that explain drag queens? And she said, well, a drag queen, you know, to take on the power of the woman that you're impersonating, because most drag queens are female impersonators. Or whatever. Anyway, she was talking about Turkish television talk shows. I told her that I was at a disadvantage because I have not seen many Turkish television talk shows. And she started talking about that. That was just bizarre. And she went to a kind of exclusive part of town. I mean, you gotta be pretty rich to live where she was going. So I imagine she was somewhat eccentric, and that it's okay to be eccentric when you've got shit piles of money. That was cool, I guess. Made me a little nervous. Like I asked her at first when she got in the car, do you have a preference which way we take to get there? The short way, she said. Well, with the distance we were traveling, there is no really short way. Because in Victoria, you have to go away from where you're going to at least once to get there. Well, that's it for the Monday night. Unless something, you know the story. If something really memorable happens, I'll turn the camera on again. But I can always tell you about that tomorrow. The time is now 12:23 in the morning. That would make it Wednesday morning, a little more than halfway through the shift of the Tuesday night. It started out pretty slow. Now that we're more than halfway through the shift, I've got my lease and fuel on, and I've made a few dollars so far, but still it's on the sluggish side. I was just sent to sort of an apartment building that I think it's assisted living for people with who are challenged mentally, I think. And I picked up this woman there, and I asked her, "How you doing tonight?" She said, "Could be better." And then she started talking about that she was she's been working so hard and she can't take it anymore because she just figured out that she was raped, that somebody drugged her and raped her and abused her physically and sexually. And she said that her husband's the captain of the police force and that she herself works for the FBI. Although she started as a police officer, now she works for the FBI. And she knows how to press. And that you can press, but you cannot dig. And you can press, but you cannot dig. You can press, but you cannot dig. You can press, but you cannot dig. I'm no psychiatrist, and I'm no psychologist. Well, I could say that I'm an amateur psychologist, having dealt with so many people with different problems of different kinds. I am not allowed to diagnose problems of a mental nature. I don't know if she was raped or not. I don't know what to believe based on what she herself has said. I would think maybe she's having a psychotic episode. Maybe. I don't know. She could be, she said she was so depressed, like she's never been depressed before. And then I said, depression is easily treated. And then she said, well, I'm not depressed. This is not a depression. This is a suppression. Okay, fine. So I just remained as calm as I could. And I just said, it's not your fault. You didn't ask for it. And she said that she almost feels guilty. Why do you want to send me way the fuck over there? I'm not going. It's too far away. It's the other end of town. So I said, it's not your fault. You did not ask for this to happen. You did not make it happen, so why should you feel guilty for having been raped? And we got to the emergency and she started to get a little panicked because she said, it's closed. It looks closed. It looks closed. And then I said, watch. And then we watched another woman walk through the sliding glass doors and keep going. I said, they never close the emergency. It's always open. You're welcome to go in there. I'll move the car up closer to the door for you. And you'll see you can go right in. So she paid me and tipped me. And she went in. Yeah. That was pretty wild. Doesn't happen every day. She didn't give me any trouble, but she was talking kind of loud and she was talking kind of worried, and now that she's at the hospital, she's going to be okay. We hope. Anyway, I'll let you know at the end of the night how it went. What time is it? I got about 6:18 in the morning. I'm walking home. Not really all that much happened after that psychotic woman. Yeah, I fell asleep a few times watching movies on my phone in the parking lot. And then, well, it just got a little bit busy after 4, and between 4 and 6 I made another $50 or so, which was good. I guess for a slow Tuesday it was acceptable. I'm tired. You know, I should go and exercise this morning at the chiropractor's office, but I'm quite tired. I don't think I got enough sleep the last couple of days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest and relax this morning. And tomorrow I'll go and do the exercises because I can't do them on Friday. I was originally planning on going today and Friday, but I'll go tomorrow, which will be the Thursday. So that'll be one exercise session for the week. And then that will be it. Then I will have to get a good rest on Friday, because Friday night will be the night of Canada Day, and it's probably going to be stupid and busy and crazy and tiring and stressful. So yeah, that's Monday and Tuesday done. 3 more to go. Talk to you later. It's 2:30 in the morning, or more exactly 2:27, and I just dropped off downtown over here. Now this has been strange. It's the kind of night where it's really quiet and there's like nothing going on nowhere. Well, maybe over here there's a little bit going on. There's a nightclub that let people out not too long ago. That's the stragglers, that's the last of them. But it was a Wednesday night and the streets were quite deserted. And I guess from the beginning, I had a couple of good fares right away when I came out here. And, you know, the pace wasn't too frantic or busy, but I kept having good fares. And then around 1 o'clock, it died. It died flat. So I patiently waited in that little parking lot where I usually sit and watch movies. And I was watching the second movie and another. That is after I'd looked at all the YouTube videos that people put up in the last day. And so I got sent way out to a convenience store on Wilkinson. And this strange guy got in and said he wants to go into town. I said, okay. Any place in particular downtown you want to go? And he said, down to the water, by the Empress. That was kind of a strange request. I said, well, have you had a good night tonight? He says, yeah, pretty good. And then he said nothing else. He wouldn't elaborate. So I shut up. And I drove him all the way down into Urban and all the way down Burnside. And we got to Hillside. Funny. Oh, there are girls out tonight. There are hookers out tonight. He asked me, is this one of those electric cars? I said, well, it's a hybrid, you know. You put gas into it and the gasoline engine charges up the battery. And the battery powers the electric motor. And the... might as well stop. And when you go on the brakes, that charges up the battery too. And he said, oh, interesting. Can you go down Government? So we went down Government. And we went to the point where that could be a policeman behind me. Oh, I'm getting a call. Should I do it? Yes, I should. Yeah. Yeah, fuck. Okay, let's go to it. Anyway, he wanted to go to where the street goes one way. And he said, I can walk from here. Do you have change for 100? I said, yeah, I can do change for 100. It's been a successful enough night. And then he said, just make it 25. And then he got out. And now earlier on, I had another customer who I was surprised that the streets were quiet and there were no hookers hanging out anywhere or anything like that. Then after I dropped him off, I turned a couple of corners and there were hookers. And now again, there were hookers, and that's what I was reminded of. If anything interesting happens between now and the end of the shift, I'll let you know. Did I say that it's Taxi Vlog 412 yet? Well, it's 412. Taxi Vlog 412. In case I haven't told you yet. I got a pickup to make just around the corner from here. Well, all's well that ends well, I'd say. Yes, you may walk. You may run. I hate crosswalks. They're evil. Yeah, here we are. It's 5:19 at the airport, and I've got just enough time to get back into town. And these guys are all sitting here waiting for something to happen. It may be a while, I think, till the first plane comes in, but they take their time. They take their turn to do this. We're going to have another lovely day. It is I believe, the 30th. Yeah. 30th of June. Tomorrow is Canada Day. Well, I still have to work tonight before Canada Day. And I'm going to head back into town, walk over to the gym and do some exercises. Wow. And beautiful sky, beautiful day. Yeah, something memorable did happen. I just drove a guy up here to the airport from the hotel really close to where I usually park and wait for something to happen. And he came up here to the airport to fly back to Quebec. Back to an area close to where I spent a lot of time in the summers when I was a kid. And we told a couple stories back and forth about Montreal and about Quebec, and he was saying how Montreal is a shadow of what it used to be. And on and on and on the story goes. Talking about how vibrant St. Catherine Street used to be, and now it's a lot of boarded up storefronts. I haven't been back to Montreal in a few years. Anyway, here concludes another night. I got 2 more to go. Talk to you sooner. Oh, here we are, 4:42 in the morning. It's Canada Day. It is the 1st of July, 2016. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. It's lightly cloudy, but those thin clouds way up high there, they're going to just burn right off. And I think it's going to be a warm day. The moon, I don't know if you can see it up there. The moon is just a sliver behind those clouds. And no, you can't see it. If you see that tree in the distance, it's just above that tree to the left. Anyways, not enough contrast going on there. So, yeah, this Thursday night was busy. It was stinking busy when I got out here, and it's been steady all night long. I've got over 300 on. And every time I pull into the parking lot, or every time I have pulled into the parking lot, I almost always got another call soon after. I would just try to take a break, or soon after I would actually get the phone to start watching something. And I fell asleep a number of times. I am quite exhausted because I have not been getting enough sleep in the daytime. It's the ongoing thing. You know, my body wants to go to sleep at 2 in the morning and wake up at 10. And when I have to go to sleep at the same time my body wants to wake up, well, it doesn't work quite so well. Especially this time of year when the sun is so bright. It makes your body want to wake up. So, yeah, I'm tired. I got another hour to go or so, and then I'm gonna wash the car, and I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna eat something, have a couple of drinks quickly, and go to sleep. Yeah, here we are. Here's my favorite spot right here. Oh, both headlights still work. Good. And I'll talk to you after the ordeal that will be tonight. Well, here we are. It's just after 4 in the morning. I got 4:10 by my clock. And that means that we have gone through almost 10 hours of the Canada Day night. The first 6 hours I was doing $50 an hour. It was wonderful to have $300 on by midnight. Then after that, it was still going pretty good until about 1 o'clock. Then between 1 and 3 o'clock or so, I had a bunch of no loads. And after those no loads, then I had some woman waving at me, and she got in, and she went downtown and didn't pay because she claimed that her bag was at a house where some guys tried to molest her, and her phone was there too. So she didn't have her bag and her phone. So she wanted to borrow my phone, and then she didn't pay me. Fucking bitch. But then I've had a few more calls since then, and those calls have been okay. It's been acceptable. And outside, the streets are quiet. The streets have been relatively quiet all night. There hasn't been a lot of traffic. It hasn't been too much of an ordeal. I've done well, all in all. Yeah, but those no loads put a real damper on the night. Who knows what's going to happen now between 4 and 6? But whatever happens, I've done okay. I've done well for the night altogether. And I don't feel tired yet. I think there's still some adrenaline going through me. But I might just, if I don't get another call in another 20 minutes or half an hour or so, I will probably crash out right here in this parking lot. Yeah, once again we have 2 headlights. That's good. And I'm just gonna plant it right about here. And if not much happens anymore, then I hope yours is better than mine. Canada Day was busy. It was a lot of work, and I'm glad I won't have to do another one of these in a while, because you got some people who were on their worst behavior, and you got some traffic conditions that were just horrendous, and you got people losing things in the car, and then somebody else sits on it. And I said, sir, your phone's ringing. And the guy said, no, it's not. I don't have a phone on me. And I said, well, maybe it's behind you somewhere. And sure enough, the guy pulled a phone out from under his ass. I don't know what else to say about Canada Day. I'm just glad it's just about over. And I'm going to go home in a couple hours and eat something and maybe put this video together if I'm not too tired. Have a couple drinks and go to sleep. Wish me a happy birthday, why don't you? It's my birthday today, the 2nd of July.